Hi folks, and welcome back to Hypnosis Health Info. I'm Roger Moore. If you've spent very much time talking to me, if you read very many of my blog posts, if you look around at some of my videos, you're going to discover pretty easily that I'm very adamant and very passionate about putting an end to childhood obesity. I see childhood obesity for the most part as being a very preventable epidemic in our country. We simply cannot afford that in 10 more years, 3/4 of our nation, 75%, is going to be obese and overweight. We just simply cannot do that from a healthcare standpoint. Our country is already bankrupt, and we just cannot continue to have those skyrocketing costs from preventable behaviors that would improve our health and lower healthcare costs. And things that we can do for childhood obesity is to start buying real food for our kids. Provide real food at the table for meals and for snacks. Stop buying processed foods, junk foods. Stop buying the Cokes and the sodas, and stop buying candy bars, and absolutely we've got to make major changes in our school lunch programs, things like what Jamie Oliver was talking about last year with the food revolution, and the Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine, and in their work with getting Congress to enact a healthy school lunch program. And I came across an article that was last week on Friday, October 15th, that was in the Bloomberg Business Week. And it says that even a little weight loss helps lower blood pressure in obese kids. For overweight children, losing just a little weight can significantly lower their blood pressure, according to researchers from Indiana University School of Medicine. Among overweight boys, BMI had an effect on their systolic blood pressure reading that was 4.6 times the effect found among normal weight boys. The findings were similar among girls. High blood pressure or hypertension in children sets the stage for complications later in life, such as heart disease, stroke, and diabetes, they noted. And again, we just simply can't afford to allow that to happen. In another presentation at this meeting, researchers collected blood pressure readings on more than 62,000 fifth graders from West Virginia. The investigators found that 19.7%, that's 12,214 children, had blood pressures that were higher than normal for their sex and height. Folks, that's 12,214 children in West Virginia. Just that one state alone. And these are just fifth graders that had blood pressures that were higher than normal for their sex and height, which again sets the stage for heart disease, stroke, diabetes, and cancer, and other illnesses, other diseases. It's all very preventable. And what we can do is begin by making changes first within ourselves as to the food we put in our mouth. Making sure it's real food, that it's food that looks like it was dug out of the earth, picked off a plant or a bush or out of a tree. If it's food that man has taken and diced and sliced and altered and added words to, you can't pronounce it, and put it in a package with a label, you should be very suspicious of it and probably not eat it. It should look like real food. An apple should look like an apple and not something else. Get rid of the designer candy bars, the granola bars and the power bars and the balance bars and all those things. Get those things out of your life. Get rid of the protein supplements. Get rid of the processed foods, the packaged foods, the candy bars, and the Cokes and the sodas. Drink water. Eat real food. And create health and wellness for yourself and for your family. Take the weight off. And if you or your family, has these messages set up that you're giving yourself that you don't like vegetables, and your kids are saying, I don't like vegetables, well, you know what? That's all hypnotic suggestions that I don't like vegetables, and the unconscious mind goes, okay, I don't like vegetables. Well, with hypnosis, you can learn to change those suggestions, and kids are great masters at hypnosis and at altering those suggestions and giving themselves new suggestions that they do like and enjoy vegetables, and finding creative and joyful ways of preparing and eating fruits and vegetables and making healthy snacks and eating healthy and eating only when you're hungry and only eating enough to meet your body's needs. So, folks, really please take this seriously. Stop feeding your kids junk foods, processed foods. Check out your school lunch program. Get behind programs like Jamie Oliver's Food Revolution, the Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine program for healthy school lunches. Take a look at the plant-based food pyramid. Take a look at those tools and resources, and as well as the tools and resources here at Hypnosis Health Info and SlenderForLife.com, and create the change in your life and your family's life that's going to allow your kids to grow up healthy, to allow them to grow up strong, and as a nation, so that we can take weight off, keep it off, and lower our health care costs from preventable diseases like obesity. I'm Roger Moore, and this is Hypnosis Health Info.